Okay, now coming up is a Gal Gun double piece run by Cognition, and Zolgath is also on deck as well. Just to pop in and see what's going on. So let's take it away, you guys. Give me a sec to transition here.
I can't hear your audio coming through today.
Away we go. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Cognition, here for my final run of the marathon.
I'm Zolgath. I'm up in commentating. Hashtag's off screen over there somewhere.
So, before we get into this, just kind of give a somewhat brief explanation of what kind of game this is. For the viewer. Viewer discretion is advised, by the way.
So, I'll have you know, it is a 16, so you can't really see on my bottom.
I've got this.
Go on, then.
No.
It's 16.
It's House of the Dead, but family friendly because we only use fake guns and there's no zombies.
Yeah, this has a lower rating than Call of Duty than that came before.
Don't worry about
so
it.
So if you're offended by this, then
bring in all the family as long as they're 16 or older.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to count you down?
Give me a second. Yep, okay, we're ready to start. Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right, we'll start and get to choose which character to start as.
Yeah, so it's basically a new game for us. I unlocked this character in some other playthrough, and he has really high base stats, which means you don't have to do any grinding during the run.
So then you've got to go for the true ending, and for that you need to pass certain checks at various points in the game, and this character has enough stats to pass all the checks right from the start.
Yeah, they like slid a visual novel into this game somewhere. It's mostly on-rail shooting. So
we just got a donation from Zedo. It's £46, and he says, what does he say? That's the question. He says £5 for every time I fell in a hole during Hyperlight Drifter, plus £1 to never see this game again. Thanks for your donation, Zedo.
I guess this is the only time you guys get to see Galgan then. So, there's 72 enemies in this game, and all of them have a unique weak spot. There's four possible weak spots you can have: the head, chest, waist, or legs. And if you shoot them there, you instantly die. So we want to do that as much as possible. I tried to memorize where all the weak spots are on each girl, but my memory's not that good, so I didn't get that one.
Also getting lots of critical hits in a row.
When you say types of enemies and the weak spots, do you mean like each of the girls are individual people instead of two, or they have different types?
And you can date all of them with the dating minigame.
Oh, it's a full year group you're going for?
No, 3 full year groups and also some teachers.
Yeah, there's some teachers in there.
It's a really small school, probably 70 girls.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, we haven't explained the plot of this game.
Yeah, a disclaimer before we explain any of the plot. Don't question any of it, because as soon as you start picking it apart, it all falls apart. It's really, doesn't make any sense. But if you know the plot, then you can go ahead and...
Oh, so you've been shot by Cupid, and unfortunately the arrow is too strong, so now all girls in the world have fallen in love with you. And if you play badly, you will end up in the harem end, which is the bad end, because as it says on the back of the box, you need to find true love before the end of the day, or you'll be forever alone.
Yeah. So I'd have to say it's like really warm in here, as your hands are like slipping all over the controller.
So you want to avoid picking up that item there, because it wastes time.
Yeah, at the end of the level, there'll be a pop-up saying, oh, you got this item, well done. And I don't want that.
Just want to point out the background music that's running is like really generic pop rock.
Yeah, you're going to hear that for most of the run.
Yeah.
They just use the same song for like all these stages.
I suppose you're just going to have to get used to this audio.
So coming up, there's like a cornered event where we're going to be fixed in a spot and we get control of the camera, and we've got to move around to shoot the girls from all angles.
You get a little, the arrow's quite red when there's a girl's couple.
So that thing on the right where it's saying extra shot, that's like your combo of if you hit them in the weak spot. The combo breaks if you kill someone regularly or if you take damage.
So you can shoot them in the wrong place as long as you don't kill them.
Yeah. And if you're going for score, which I'm not, then you want to get that combo as high as possible.
Which means memorising everyone's weak spot. You do need to get some score, but it's a pretty easy score requirement, I think.
Yeah, to get the true ending, which is what we're going for, we need to have a rank of B at the end of the game. And your rank is cumulative through the entire game for some reason. This is really bad. Where you go.
So it'll look bad early on where he gets S.
Yeah. I think I started G actually. This is going well for me.
Is this technically the awful games block of one game?
I mean, the game after this is, it's a good speedrun. I don't know how good the game is. What I've seen of it looks a bit questionable in terms of quality, but Zero and Weaver can't do anything on that.
Oh yeah, explain how the ranking works.
Yeah, so like, yeah, you start at G rank at the beginning, and then eventually I'm gonna get to like A rank by the end of the game, maybe.
Yeah, but it's not level based, it's cumulative.
Yeah.
It's a cumulative rank, but they keep showing it after each level, which is really weird. No, yeah, you'll start the entire game with rank G, and as you progress the game, you'll keep getting higher and higher ranks because it's cumulative of the score you've got. And it's such a weird system. This game has many weird systems. We're only scratching the surface.
So usually when you submit a game to a marathon, the order world record is less than your PB, is less than the estimate. But in this case, the estimate is less than your PB, and is also less than world, which is in turn less than world record.
Yeah.
Because we didn't record your PB.
I world recorded off camera by some amount.
So hopefully we'll do that again.
Yeah, it's been a bit slow so far, but
it used to be that no one ran this game when it was submitted, but now one person runs it.
yeah, about a month ago someone submitted a run for this. It's not that good, and I basically did all the routing for this myself because the other run, like, the routing that he did is bad. So there are some like choices I can make throughout the game. I take one in the first level where I have to choose which direction to go, and one of them saves about 5 seconds over the other one.
So can you repeat the question?
How does the concept of health work when you're trying to stop them confessing their love for you?
Right, so the question was, how does health work? Because all they're doing is confessing their love to you, so how do you take damage in this game? What is the losing condition?
So you take damage by the regular enemies hit you with love notes, which do damage. Like you get paper cuts and stuff.
You get paper cuts from the love.
Some of them shout at you, and like that's very damaging.
About how much they love you.
Some of them actually do attack you.
Are they possessed by demons?
Yeah, later on we're going to get the ones that are possessed by demons. There's a demon girl who's trying to stop you finding true love, and possesses a bunch of the girls to try to kill you.
So they run up to you and try to kick you, right?
Yeah, I say kill you, they like slap you a bit and kick you.
So to deal with those girls, you need to shoot the demon first.
Yeah.
Oh, you've ranked up in your cumulative rank from G to F.
So now we're going to see the part of the VN segment of this game. This game has a lot of story, but you don't want to know what it is. Be glad I'm playing this game.
What is this rock
Japanese.
theme? That was pretty nice for the half second it was there.
This game has a pretty big OST, but most of the songs you only hear for like 2 seconds.
Wow, imagine how the composers feel. Right, so explain the waifu, which one you're choosing.
This is the best character in the game. Don't worry about it.
Her name's Maya, and this is why you're doing her route. Maya Chuen is the run category.
To explain briefly why she's the best of the choices, the other choices you need to have a very high lewdness stat to be able to woo them. This one you need a high intelligence stat to be able to woo her.
Oh, I see.
So definitely the best.
And also best in the run, because that means that you can pick you don't need 100 movements, so you can pick the character with less than 1.
Yeah, some of the other categories you actually do have to grind stats, but this one you don't.
Are you saying only the gentleman with the highest IQ can court the fair lady?
This is the Rick and Morty choice.
Yeah, we all watch Rick and Morty here. We can all court this lady. That's why we speedrun this game.
So how many routes are there?
I don't know. 70, because you can date every girl in the game.
Oh, I see. And you can find true love with them. Oh, these are the demon girls.
Yeah, so these are all possessed by demons. And then this level just like, it explains how to deal with this. Also, to explain some of the lore, the girl that we're going after is like a demon hunter. And so she's not affected by the love gun that hit you, which makes all other girls fall in love with you.
Oh, so you have to court her the old-fashioned way?
Yeah.
With your brain?
It's deemed not worth it. Too slow.
And sometimes I'm going to be killing girls in certain orders because sometimes their death animations are longer than other girls. So you want to kill those ones first.
But also, you can't see the demon unless it's there within the circle.
Yeah, so you have to look for it.
So, some of these random moans are kind of extra loud.
I can't hear any of it. I'm so sorry for the people that can. So their body's divided into 4 parts. Each girl has one of those 4 parts being a weak point. And if you hit them
Need to invoke. These moans are now even louder.
why have you done this, Jay? I can't hear it at all. I'm guessing it's like in the left channel, which I don't actually have on.
Yeah, it's very much balanced in the left channel for some reason.
Yeah, there's no audio cues in this game, so I'm wearing like headphones to like perform reality. I'd rather like hear what's going on in the room before people ask me questions.
Sorry, it was in the right channel. I just balanced the audio. Yeah, it's coming very much from the right side. Are you sure the
My headphones might be on backwards.
Are you sure the headphone jack is plugged in?
No, the headphones could be on backwards.
No, the jack is plugged all the way in the control.
I don't know. But I did move the headphones around because one way felt weird.
Can you give it a shove?
What?
The jack in this controller, like it's the
I mean, I really don't need audio. Or
stream.
you mean for the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of off balance. Let me just try to adjust that.
Ah, you're right. You're now better at whatever it is.
So now I get a choice of which level I want to do. I went through all of these to work out which one is the fastest, and it was really tedious. I wish I didn't play this game ever.
What?
It was a
Why?
mistake.
What is the story of how this run ended up here?
Oh, so I was at Comic Con and I saw this game for sale, and I bought it as a joke. A few months later, I bought a PS4 so I could play the game, and then I played the game as a joke. And then,
Decided to speedrun this, right?
yeah, decided to speedrun it as a joke. Now we're here.
How do you even shuffle it? Like, you have to do about 250 cards.
So yeah, unlike most speedruns, there aren't any like huge skips or anything, but there's like 100 different instances where I'm saving a couple seconds because even though we're on rails, the game's going to pause at a few points to like wait for us to kill the enemies. So it's just killing the enemies as fast as possible most of the time.
Do you ever try to pre-fire as you're moving? Because you know where they're coming from.
Sometimes, but I don't know it. I like getting a good time in this is basically memorizing the entire game. So I like memorize as much as I can, but there's a lot to this game.
Did we work out if it's the same girls? Each route has the same girl and the same girls in the same order?
Yeah, it's all predetermined the entire game.
So you
Until
could
you get
theoretically just memorise the weak points of every girl in order, rather than memorise which girl has which weak point.
yeah, I wasn't sure which would be easier. Probably the first thing, because then you'd have to like look up which girl it is and just shoot. The entire game is predetermined till you get to the final boss, which does have some RNG and can make us lose a few seconds. A few seconds is a lot in this game because we only save a few minutes across the entire run.
You stop having the zoom in thing.
Yeah, I can zoom in whenever I want on the girls. Sometimes it's necessary to access their weak point. Like if they're standing behind a table and their weak point's being blocked by the table, you can zoom in and it lets you see through most objects.
Okay, we have a £10 donation from Murtag. He says donating £1 for every girl he. Actually, never mind. Here's just £10. Thank you very much for that, Murtag. Remember, you can donate, and every £2 you donate will earn you a raffle ticket, and prizes will be drawn for raffle. Type in exclamation point prizes in chat to see what prizes are available.
So there's a lot of mechanics in this game that I never use because all of them slow you down. So there's like, I can do a charge shot, which is meant to do like more damage or something, but it doesn't. I think it does more damage than like a regular shot, but less than hitting them in the weak point, so I'm just going to be going for that instead. Because you can't do more damage than one shot in everything. There's also one thing which I can activate at any point, but we're not going to see it till right at the end of the run because it's really slow. But there's one mandatory usage of it.
It's pretty helpful because it's probably the lugest thing in the run.
Yeah, it's coincidental that the safe way to play this game is also the fastest way to play the game. I say safe for work, the most safe for work way to play this.
It's a 16, that's fun. But yeah, it has a huge animation, and it also, but it does change your stat.
Yeah.
So it's one way of grinding stats.
So what you do is you lock onto one of the girls, and you go into a mini game where you just shoot her a bunch, and at the end of the mini game, she explodes and kills everyone around her.
And there's not really any point where doing a big burst of damage for everyone is quicker than just shooting them all individually.
I just noticed an error in my notes, but I think it's fine.
Well, as long as you remember what it is.
There are some girls that you don't have to kill because the game doesn't wait for you to kill them. So, yeah, like I'll shoot them if I want, but it's not really necessary.
Oh, well, here we come.
So coming up is like the first teacher that we encounter. Teachers have like 10 health or something, so it's pretty important to get them in the whip weight. And this is where I got to use the zoom in people as well. So you guys are like 100 more.
There's DLC that makes the zoom in even more transparent, but we don't have that.
Yeah, it costs like £70. I think that was a joke by the devs. But like, if you really want it, it costs 70. That was a feature. It's not bad.
Do all teachers have longer death animations?
That one in particular, I think has the longest death animation in the game. But yeah, I think the features in general do pretty good today.
So we shoot those first in order to get them into weak spot, because otherwise they reduce the damage.
Typically, when there's a teacher on screen, it's only a teacher on screen. There's a collectible there, but we don't want it. Oh, there's also some characters beyond the 70 that we're going to see, which I'll show off in a second, but we don't want to shoot those ones because that slows down the run. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but I think they're ghosts, which seems kind of morbid.
Right, so even the ghosts are falling in love.
No, the ghosts ignore you, but they're there. There's the same teacher we killed earlier, I think.
Clearly didn't kill her properly.
I mean, this is a family-friendly game, we're not going to anyone.
I'm pretty sure you can kill people in the 60s.
Yeah, but whatever. So there's the ghost girl. I'm not going to shoot her. So coming up here is like something.
It sure is a thing.
I can't wait to share it with you. Bear with me, it only takes like 2 minutes. It's basically a really long QT. My notes are correct, they're just index wrong. So they're saying the right thing, but like the wrong thing.
QTE with a QT. No.
So she's trying to trap demons. She set up a trap for demons. Accidentally triggered it herself. So now I'm beginning to question if this is the high IQ girl. Please avert your eyes for like 3 minutes.
Unless you're 16 already.
So this is kind of RNG. No, it's fine, I promise.
We also searched.
No, I promise. 100%.
We searched for earlier Twitch streams, and there were some big streamers there, so it's all good.
I've seen like Twitch admins say this game is fine.
Okay.
Right.
The sequel to this game is way worse, and that's also fine on Twitch.
Top tier family friendly game.
And also, this is the most lewd part of the run. So once we're past this,
Are you sure?
yeah. Also, the only game I own which uses the touch controls in the PS4. I didn't even know. Like, don't worry, it's fine.
So the target here is 8, right?
I don't know what the number is. We just need to do this a bunch. This is really hard with like family hands. It's like 30 degrees in this room, and I'm like dying slowly. Yeah, you also like you have to do well in this QTE because if you don't do well, where am I going?
So is that you have to do well in this? Is that separate from the score? Or is it just
It's separate from score, but it increases her affection level, and you need to have max affection at the end of the game to get the true one, which we're going for.
And so that this is the easier way of growing affection, is just doing well in this.
You have to do well in at least like one of the. There's 2 like things like this. You have to do well in one of them. Control of these.
I think 7 and 7 is okay, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Put a racket down there.
Oh! Definitely best girl.
I'm so confused to what just happened, but I think
I literally haven't played the rest of the game. I've only played this group.
What? Oh, I see.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Haven't got anyone watching donations, so we can.
I don't know. Just, if someone wants to go on it. So timer's 38 there, that's pretty fast. It's random where those things spawn, so you just have to kind of search everywhere. You can get kind of unlucky and never find them.
Are there fixed spots where they do spawn, so you know which places to look?
Yeah, but they're all over the body, so yeah.
I mean, if I had my phone right now, I'd type in donate.
So, for all devs, never use the touch controls on a PS4 because they're awful. Okay, that wasn't a perfect, but it's good enough.
I kind of want to go on the couch for like just control, you know, PR control.
What are you talking about? This is
So I
perfectly
assume
fine.
all of these girls are overall, obviously.
Wait, I should be reading this. Yeah, everyone in this game is 18. I promise. The game just goes back to shooting now, so it's fine.
You remember the responses? I'm getting messages from people.
Oh no.
What is this? If we started it off with Twitch putting us on the front page, and then we went, Galgun, double beats,
We got
we might have had more viewers.
we got donations.
We might have
asking us
also been banned.
to move. No, it's perfectly
No, it's
fine.
fine.
We've
I meant by the university.
Oh, I see.
He was like, yeah, I heard you were streaming some things in our name. We just know about this.
This is
Somehow.
anything to do with the university.
So yeah, this was meant to be. This was scheduled for yesterday, and they moved it because they really don't want this on the front page.
Despite what the donations wanted.
It's completely understandable.
And that's the thing. If we're ignoring what people are asking for in their donations, maybe it is okay to do, maybe don't. Because currently we've had £25 worth of donation asking us not to.
Yeah, we had £25 of donations telling us not to dab. So if someone wants to donate £26 telling us to dab, go for it.
It'd also give you 13 tickets for our raffle with lots of lovely prizes donated by our sponsors.
There is a lot of good stuff in it, actually.
They're listed down there. I can't remember the full list.
One of these chairs that we're selling on, I don't remember which model it is, but either the one I have or Luke has. It's a nice chair.
Well, we just got a donation, I can see from the tracker, but I don't know what it is.
Hello, we have a couple of donations. First one is from Mr. Tal, £5. Who would donate to this game, Stan's game. And unfortunately, the second one, £26 from J underscore. Thanks for the good stream. And I assume that's towards dabbing.
Alright, I'm playing a game, but Luke can go
Not
for it.
saying anything. Okay, Luke, I'm just going to allow it.
Right, you have a good moment.
I guess when the stage ends.
Okay. The opening cutscene of this, we've been arguing about whether or not it is a dab.
It's definitely not a dab. I'm going to call it a dab because I want to. There's a cinematic at the beginning of the game that we didn't see, but the girl is definitely dabbing. Okay, that's very slow. I need to shoot this in every once in a while. I'm messing with a lot just because it's hard to control this with my fingers stuck in everywhere. Can someone turn off the sun?
Is your dab going to climb off the wall?
Yes.
Okay, it's fine.
Thank you for donating £26 so that I can punch the wall. We're nearly there.
Right,
3, 2, 1. I had to mash with tag so I couldn't do it properly. I need to keep track where I am in the notes as well. It's quite
A
busy.
good thing we're sitting this way round, given that you can only dab right and I can only dab left.
I don't want to have to explain that on stream.
What do you mean? What's there to explain?
It's too stupid.
Right, I'm back. I had to leave to go and donate, and Reba read my donation out. So thanks for that, Reba.
I thought you were ordering Chinese food.
I'll go and do that as well.
I'll do it later, it's fine.
I'll do it later.
So this is the only shopping trip in the game. We're going to take some power-ups because it helps us kill bosses later.
Right, just to note, in chat, Murtag's like, this game is 80% off on Steam currently for $5.99. So
That's pretty
guys,
good.
if
That's pretty good.
That's
if you
cheaper
like
than what
what
I
you
bought
see,
it for.
hop onto Steam and
I thought I got a good deal on
purchase,
this.
make a discreet purchase.
There's also Galgun 2, the sequel.
Probably not.
Which is actually way more loot.
Yeah, it's. I won't be running that at WASD anytime
Like
soon.
in that, I think there's a gun and you have to use to suck the gun's clothes off or something.
That game has actual nudity in it. I don't think that's going anywhere near this mountain.
It's still out on Twitch.
Zedo asked in chat, why are feathers currency?
Why, what?
Feathers.
Oh, is that what oh yeah, that is what I'm using.
Why are they
knows?
currency? Watch out for the tree this time.
Oh, that was earlier.
Alright. Yeah, why are feathers currency? Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know? There's a lot of things in this
Anything
game you
there,
don't know.
So it used to be that we worked it so that you never visited the shop, so you don't see the cutscene at the start when you arrive.
Yeah, I realised the power-ups. So right now we kill everyone in one hit, but the power-ups are good on the bosses because they actually have a health up, and it's worth going through the shopping trip.
Also good on teachers if you don't get critical hits.
Also, now that we have the power-ups, I can get away with not getting the one-hit kill on these and still killing a lot of them in one hit anyway.
So it does mean that you get few ecstasy combos. So.
Yeah, but the extra combos aren't really important. We have a score requirement, but we're pretty much going to hit it automatically because it's really low. So right now, I don't really have to pay attention. And when I was learning this game, after the shopping trip, I didn't learn too much about where the weak points are because it doesn't lose that much time and it was too much to memorize. But I do know where to hit all the teachers because they still take like tons of hits to kill.
And you want to kill them right at the start when they appear.
I'd also just like to point out all the games we've run here so far. This one has actually attracted the most viewership of people at the LAN.
So you're going to see me get a lot less ecstasy shots now, and that's just because I didn't bother memorizing this. I prioritized memorizing the first half of the run. And I didn't have enough time to learn like literally everything because there's a ton of information to process.
Does the, when you put it in English, does the text they shout at you change to English?
Nope. It has English dialogue, but no voice acting and nothing in the game is in English. But even in the Japanese version, some words are in English. Like now loading is going to be in English. I don't know why.
Wait, you've made to rank C. We get up in the world. Is this another loot bit?
I think it's a little bit till the end, right?
This is another mini game, but it's nowhere near as bad as the first.
I'm just putting bandages on there because she got injured.
Yeah, she fell out a tree saving a cat.
Oh, I thought she was fighting demons or something.
No. Yeah, she was saving a cat. And we got a bandage up her ouchie, which is her entire body apparently. She hurt literally everything.
Still less loot.
Also, if you shoot the girl, then her affection for you drops. You have to be careful not to shoot her too much. Even though I'm using a love gun, I don't really know how that works. This is like the worst part of the run. It's touch controls again, but like a more complicated motion. And it doesn't register it very well.
What even is this supposed to be representing? Like, I get the bandages thing, but what is this?
Don't worry about it.
I thought giving her a massage or something?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Fine.
It's not like you have any lotion or something you were rubbing in. Also, you'd be rubbing it onto her clothes instead of onto her skin. This doesn't make any sense.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, where is this? There it is. That was kind of slow enough.
It's weird that only one score. I thought you should be talking about.
It changes like towards the end. Also, like you want to get these things. That one uses touch controls and it gives you a ton of points. Like it feels the need for a bunch. So that was pretty fast though. Basically, the fastest you can do those sections is about 20 seconds, and any slower than that is
That'd be
usually
a
fine.
timer of 40, right?
Sorry?
That'd be a timer of 40, right?
Yeah.
So when you're getting like 38s and 39s, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I had a 33 earlier, which is pretty slow. So I spent ages trying to find stuff.
So you don't need to do as well on these touch control sections because you did pretty well on the early ones, right?
Well, the first one I didn't get perfect, so
Oh, I see.
I need to make sure I do somewhat well.
McNutty in chat asks politely, cover me in plasters cognition chat.
Delete this.
That's too lewd, okay? The game is lewd enough, you have to add to the experience.
So you're just like mummifying her engine, right?
Oh yeah, we can see the motion you're doing on the webcam. It's like you're just
So
massaging the
awful.
controller.
It's so bad.
It's pretty bad.
Please register my motions.
Oh, whoa.
Low to speed controller.
Why all the plasters you put on her invisible?
Oh no. That was pretty bad as well.
A winner is you. But does anyone win watching this?
Das ist dahin Joghurt gemacht, ich bin try harder.
Try harder.
Wow.
Wow. What kind of like first day experience is she wanting from you?
Well, she's not asking you to try harder, it's just a game with us. Is she angry with you for some reason? Did you ask her to use her noodles?
Yeah.
That's the only thing about that's the only dialogue option I remember is that you're meant to use your noodle.
No, one of the prompts is like, I'm good at using the old noodle.
Okay. And we're trying to work out, well, is that translated as noodle into Japanese?
No, it's not.
Didn't think
It's just a weird localization thing. Sorry, I'm doing it.
Remove the word localization from that sentence.
Wait, it's actually imported. It's like, no wait, it's actually localized.
Yep. We're only playing in Japanese to make it more safe for work because fewer people know Japanese who are watching, probably.
I was looking at the cover and I said,
That's
this is not an
definitely this one.
imported game.
And also because the text is faster in Japanese in almost all cases.
Yeah, I haven't actually timed it, but I don't see why English would be faster than Japanese text. So I just went with Japanese.
Right, this is sending targets. If, as Vertex says in chat, we need to go Luda. So that means next WASD is going to send around Kaguragon.
That's banned from Twitch, I'm pretty sure, so we'd have
Only
to...
some of them are, I believe.
Okay.
I think all of them.
I've definitely seen people play Sonic Kagura, but I don't know which one.
Alright, we have a £20 donation from Tim Jackson. He says, hope you've raised lots for the good cause. Thank you very much, Tim. I think, yeah, we're just nearing £1,500. So, yeah, we have actually raised quite a lot.
If I remember correctly, the target we've got written on the Just Giving page is 1,600.
Yeah, let's see if we can hit that by the end of game one. That's good. I have no idea what right now.
We're almost at 1,500 now, so it's not out of the question.
Yeah, I think you could do that.
Although somehow I don't think that this is going to be the biggest donation driver.
We can check donations by timestamp after and see which game drove the largest donations.
It's probably Tomb Raider.
This is important information to consider for next year.
Or maybe we should be dividing by the amount of viewers at the time. That suggests a bit that we don't want people watching and not donating, which seems a bit harsh, to be honest.
The fact that teachers are included always gives me a chuckle.
Yeah, every girl is in love with you, except some of them.
Even the ghost girls, which you can actually see pop up sometimes. But they don't attack you, do they?
There are some girls that aren't in love with you, and it's not explained why. So like the two main characters, it is explained why, but there are some other girls where it's not.
Why is the other main character not in love with you?
She's also a demon hunter.
Oh, I see.
But like the girl who runs the shop, there's no explanation as to why she's not in love with you.
I thought you said that it is because she only loves money.
Sure. Yeah, the way you date the girl in the shop is to give her a ton of money.
There we go.
We have a very pertinent question in the chat. Why did they all evaporate into flowers?
I don't know.
Does anyone know?
There's a lot of weird stuff.
What happens? What do you think? What do you think should happen when you shoot people with your love gun to stop
just
them
collapse into a
falling
heap
to
of-
stop them falling in love with you?
I see. Well, you could email the developers. They're called P-Cube. So I'm sure you could find P-Cube online. Just email them.
I hope I'm
Oh
hitting
my
the
god,
end section
McNutty, why do
correctly.
they get all deflowered?
Oh no. No.
That wouldn't be allowed.
This is a Christian stream.
Please no swearing.
Yeah. I'm like trying to read my notes whilst also spewing memes. So I hope I'm hitting the VN sections correctly, because otherwise we'll like fail the run. It's kind of important.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it still be a good any percent run, but actually any percent for like 20 minutes or something?
It's like 10 minutes.
Okay. And that's one that people actually run because it's very short.
Yeah. So there's one guy that runs this category. And there's like 3 runners for 80%. I don't know how good any of them are because I've never actually tried 80%.
The way that science teacher just like jumped out at you was pretty funny. We have another £10 donation from Daniel Prinsley. He says thanks for the streams and thanks for supporting such a great cause. Thank you very much for your donation, Dan.
Yeah, hit this thing.
We're currently raising money for Special Effects. They're a UK-based charity that helps to help disabled children or disabled people and children. They help make apparatus for them to be able to play video games, and we think they're a really great cause as being all gamers. So please donate if you can to help Special Effects out.
I just remembered what's coming up after this level, and so I said a bit earlier it's like the most offensive part of the run, which I think it is, but
This is a close second.
it might be arguable that this is worse, but I don't think it is.
You forgot
You'll see it in a second.
You forgot to shield the raffle.
Yes, as I will also mention again that for every £2 you donate, you will earn 1 raffle ticket, and so at some point after the stream, you'll be put into the raffle and win some prizes. We've got a lot of interesting prizes in the raffle, so type in exclamation point prizes in the chat and you will see what we have to talk about.
We can get one of these chairs. It's probably not the chair we're currently sitting on.
Our sponsors providing a lot of the prizes, so yeah, thanks to Noble Chairs providing some.
I think I was told it's the one that has
chairs to
holes in. Either of us sitting on that one. It has like holes in the headrest bit.
You're sitting on that one.
Yeah, the one. This is pretty comfortable, so I would get in that raffle if you want to win it.
Zedo suggests we could forcibly give away this copy of your game. I suppose if you get world record, you have no need for the game anymore.
I don't know how people would feel if they entered into the raffle to win a chair and instead got a copy of Galvin.
I mean, you take what you can get, really.
So here's the first boss of the game. Coming up here.
I can hear you opening your can very, very loudly on the mic.
My mic was off. It's just loud.
Maybe I could just hear it in real life. These headphones are pretty...
Is this real life?
There are audio cues to tell me if I'm doing the VN correctly, and I can't hear anything, so... It's causing mild panic each time, but I just think that really is messed up.
Temporarily boosted your game audio. Oh no, we've got tentacles. Brace.
Yeah, so like... This isn't lewd, but there are tentacles, so...
It's just your dirty mind that's thinking weird things about it.
I was hitting it, I just can't hear my own shots.
Sour pleasant chat for this rock.
Yeah, this is one of the good songs in the game. You're not hearing the same generic track over and over again.
Do you only run ball games?
The cycle tours. I don't think it does.
Don't worry, it's the opposite. You're defending her, defending her honor.
So he's currently invulnerable, so we've got to wait for him to come back. So it takes 3 cycles to kill him.
This is another case where the casual playthroughs are much looser than the speed.
I mean, when I play through casually, it looked like this as well. I don't know what happens if you like lose. I don't want to know.
I don't want to get banned. Please win. Everyone's spamming tentacles in chat.
I can hear like a security door being opened. Did like security walking on this?
No, this seems fine.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
Here come the police to escort you from the building.
Hey, B rank, that means, well,
Yeah, we've now met the conditions for beating the game on score.
One of the
Have to meet
conditions.
all of those. So that guys can see where I am. I just deleted half my notes that I've already used.
Dev, I recognise that as a good sound.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, so I'm glad that I am doing good things.
Are you on track for your estimate of 1 hour?
No.
No?
I messed up really bad in the beginning.
Oh, I see. So what time do you think you're gonna get?
Like 105 maybe.
105, I see.
Still world record.
Still world record, yeah. Yeah, you were pretty ballsy when you were like you put your estimate as below world record.
Yeah, I put my estimate 10 minutes faster than world record. The world record isn't that good.
We have a small request from chat. So Cognition, can you please speedrun Tsundere Simulator next WASD? If that exists.
You mean Yandere Simulator?
Yeah,
It's
probably
banned on
Yandere.
Twitch.
Yeah, that's banned from Twitch if you don't know, because there's a whole thing about that. But that's currently banned from Twitch.
I don't know why it is, but yeah, I'm not going to get into it. I think we've got 4 more stages before we get to like the final boss. I'm gonna get for about 40 minutes into the final.
Are you hiding under the bench?
Yeah, I don't know. This game doesn't have tiny trees like one of the other games does. No escape from the goals. I think it's the VR version that has you go Spider-Man and kind of cling to the side of the wall.
Of course, this game is a VR version.
If you want to hear the audio cues, that's just putting both ears to your headphones on.
Yeah, if you have a Vive at home, go ahead, play Galgun VR. It's great.
Have you played it?
I played it.
I think it's on PlayStation VR as well. So yeah. Or an Oculus Rift would probably work as well.
So I've either played or seen gameplay of every Galgun game, and this one has the best gameplay. But other ones have better other things. If gameplay's secondary to you, then go for one of the other entries in the series.
Does it have the worst non-gameplay?
Maybe, I don't know. Like, memes aside, the game's pretty fun to play. It's just like playing like Time Crisis at House of the Dead.
It's pretty weird playing like a royal shooter with a controller though.
Yeah, the other runners will run this on PC, and that's a completely sensible thing to do. I don't know why I don't do that.
Well, you bought it on PS4
Yeah.
for a joke, so...
Yeah, this is the copy that I own.
Are you telling me this is a joke gone too far?
Oh yes, absolutely. This should have been...
Like everything I do.
I'm actually still surprised it's on schedule. Oh well.
There's another error in my notes, I think. That's fine.
Oh yeah, when's Galgun Battle Royale?
Oh boy.
Everyone's a
Sign
cute
me up.
only gal.
Is it that VR chat?
Next Galgun 3, please be Battle Royale.
You reckon the devs are watching?
Maybe. Devs, if you are watching, and add the standard DLC you did for Galgun 2, where the DLC just removes their clothes.
No, it's 70 quid.
No,
Also,
for
it doesn't...
Galgun 2, the DLC is like
Oh, I see.
1,500 yen, which is like 2 quid.
That's like 10 quid.
Is it?
But I think it was 100 yen.
Oh no, each bit is like 100 yen. Oh yeah, the total. Oh yeah, I can't remember. It's pretty cheap.
Okay, I'm lost in my notes now, so I hope I do the right thing. There's something that says VN option 2, then VN option 1. I don't remember if I did the first one of those yet or not.
I don't believe you have.
Alright, we have a £10 donation from Alexander Logan.
Yeah.
He says, thanks for putting up with my failures for nearly 7 hours during my first go at this speedrunning business. See you next year, my eyes hurt. Thank you very much, Alexander. If you didn't know, Alexander was the runner live before this. He was running Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Game 1, Game 2, and Game 3. So, nearly 7 hours. Thank you very much, Alex, for your fantastic.
Oh no, I don't want that. I got a collectible by mistake. I'm not sure if those collectibles actually pop up at the end, because I picked up clothing. So you can get clothing unlocks and change the clothing of the girls. In the interest of like sparing people from pain, I felt like the most conservative clothing I had and all of the characters.
I thought what you should do is code them according to weak points.
Oh. That's 500 IQ right now. I'm not sure if there are enough unique outfits to do that, but maybe.
You only need 4, right?
Yeah, it might be able to do it.
So does that would mean that like there'd be a significant amount of setup for making a save file for this run?
Yes. You have to run like every route, and yeah. It's bad enough, so to play as the character that I'm playing as, you have to get a godlike rank in the game, which basically means having the full combo throughout the entire game of ecstasy shots.
And getting all the little pickups as well.
That's a cool stuff.
Yeah, this is where I think, that previous screen is where I think PC might save a lot of time.
So we're going for option 2 here, right?
Yeah.
Try not to kill the man. Yeah, that was the pickup I got earlier. I didn't want that. I'll try and read it and see if it's what I remember it being. Yeah, I think so. Was that right?
Yes.
Okay. So, we've been like not talking about the story at all. She's realized that the demon is just misunderstood and decides to help the demon because the demon's like failing demon school or something and has to like succeed in this mission, otherwise she gets kicked out of hell or something. So she helps the demon set up a trap against you, which counts as the demon succeeding in her mission.
And then she lets you through it, and it's all good.
Yeah.
Also, £1,500 hike.
Nice. Let's get to 1650 before the end of the run.
We just got a £5 donation from Jake Torrance. His message is Gal gone on front page for next year. Thank you, Jake. I'm sure that will be considered. And with that donation, we've just broke £1,500 worth of donations. That's pretty good.
Nope. Gameplay recording pause because you entered blocks.
That should be fine.
So if you can see this now, you have superpowers.
If you can see this now, don't sue us.
No, it's not.
I do have the hope that I did well enough in the minigames to actually get true ending, because they didn't go that
I
well.
looked it up and I was
I
like,
think I did, but I'm not
You
sure.
got 77776 with scores, so I don't know if that was a good one. I've seen you get 8 before, but
Yeah, it's just because the controller's clammy from it being really hot in here. So the touch controls are not responsive at all.
surprising it's so hot given all the windows are open.
Yeah, there's also like 100 computers in this room. It doesn't help.
you're such a dick! I just blamed you like, in real life. Everyone's going.
So, I can't really hear it, but I think the music changes on this level, and if it does, it's a pretty good sound. Carry on.
Fine, we won't tell anyone who's flaming, they'll never know.
You don't really need to worry about fixing my audio, if that's what we're trying to do, because I don't really need it.
How long's left?
10 minutes, maybe less.
Oh, you're back at the beginning again.
Yeah, we come back to this area, but it's sunset, and the plot of this game is the angel that shot you with like a Cupid love arrow gave you a shot that was like way too powerful. So you're using up all of your affection in one day. So if you don't find true love now, then you're going to be forever alone. And it's currently sunset, so we better get going. That feature shows up a lot, way more than all the other
Like we
features.
said, the horror man is bad because the post bit that you don't see is you in 15 years' time.
If you don't find true love, then you get no love.
This is English. They're close to home. you one-shotting all of these without the crit?
Yeah, so that's the reason why I don't have all of this memorized is because when we bought the power-ups, it made it so half the enemies die in one hit anyway.
Oh, I didn't realise they had different health.
Yeah, it scales with age. So the first years die really easily. The teachers have a ton of health because they're really old. We got the ones that are 18, slightly more 18, and even more 18, and then the 30-year-old teachers.
Yeah, everyone's 18.
Yeah. So we're coming up to the final stage, and then there's a boss at the end.
How does the boss work? Like, I saw the tentacle one, but how does the last one work?
The final boss is great. It's the girl that you're trying to date. I don't know why you fight her at the end, but you do.
You're not read the plot?
I don't even know if the plot explains it.
No.
We've been asked how much damage have you taken this round?
I think I got hit once.
One hit. That's pretty good. And McNutty politely informed us that nothing beats Kenji's manly picnic.
Nothing beats what?
Kenji's manly picnic. No? Come on, you both know it.
I can't hit you. The mic's too far from your mouth.
Yeah, I can't hear myself.
Nothing beats Kenji's manly picnic.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
I don't know
Nothing
what that
does.
In that case, you need to experience Kenji's manly picnic.
Wait, maybe I do know what it is. Maybe I do know what it is. I don't know.
We'll explain it to you when you're older, son.
But they haven't spawned in yet. There they are. I wasn't sure if I killed them or not. So, when I was practicing this game, I had like, I had Sleepless with me a lot, and he was making headcanon for this because he didn't like the actual plot. He's not here at the moment, so he can't explain all of it. Some of his headcanon is that the main character is actually a girl, and this is an all-girls school.
And that would explain why there are no other male characters.
It was slightly debunked because at some point you see male toilets, but he may have built on it to explain that as well, I don't really know. This one I really hate a sleeper because I'm pretty sure her weak points are legs, but like I can never hit her anyway.
Well, I think the legs hardest to hit because
Yeah, they are.
at least one.
Also, it's pretty much just the feet. The legs don't really. It doesn't really cover the legs that much. There's a ghost. So there's the boys' toilets.
Well, this is like the park or something, so the reason that the boy toilets there.
There's also toilets in this room. So. If someone wants to try to make up headcanon so that this plot makes sense, go for it. Because the actual plot doesn't. And none of the plots that we've made up are completely original.
So you mentioned you need to start off this, to be ready to do this run, you need to have a completed game of Godlike. How much score is that?
1 million.
Oh, I see. So actually you're not super far off.
I'm pretty far off. You pretty much have the full combo every level.
How does the comboing system work? You can get full combos.
So, you see where I get the ecstasy shot where I hit him in the weak point?
Yeah.
That increments the combo, and the combo breaks if I kill an enemy without hitting a weak point, or if I take damage.
Oh, I see. So it genuinely is best to memorize each girl's weak point.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
If you've ever played Osu, it's the same as that. Combo is everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, does
There's a girl here that you can't really see.
does
sun's
combo
up there.
scale exponentially?
I don't know exactly how it works.
I mean quadratically.
This is the final boss. So up to this point, everything seems like predetermined, but the boss has RNG in it, and we're gonna hope for good RNGs. Basically, those pillars in the back, if Yellow goes behind the pillars, that was not bad RNG, because that's a really slow cut.
That sounded like good options, but I couldn't hear.
So, shout outs to Naruto running, and Naruto shurikens. She is Naruto, basically. This is
the final boss?
Don't worry about her attacks, they don't do anything.
Is this the final boss?
Yeah, this is the final boss.
So it's time time coming up soon?
No, there's something after this, which I forgot about until just now. I'm so sorry.
So you have to defeat the girl you're pursuing in boss battle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because my gun is a love gun, I guess he's trying to make her fall in love with me or something. I don't know.
But we've established it doesn't affect her. So I don't know. Let's just not think about it too much.
Don't worry about it. Okay, this is bad, actually. So we've got to try and find her. Unlucky as well, it being the last one.
She ninja throwing love letters to you.
I just made her despawn because I pushed her into this phase while she was behind the pillar, so it kind of like got her out of it. Yeah, these two QTEs are unavoidable because they just trigger up certain health points.
Obviously, got so much damage, but you could knock her down past it in one go.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
I don't know.
This is bad RNG again. So, yeah. Here's another quick one. So she's dead now, and then now we're gonna see Doki Doki mode.
We've been skipping this because it's slow.
Yeah.
But there's one you do have to do.
Doki Doki mode you can trigger at any point in the game as much as you want, pretty much. I mean, you do have to charge it up.
It's OP casually.
Yeah.
Is that the lewd mode?
Yeah.
So what's the end condition to win?
There's going to be a meteor on the left that's spinning up. When it fills to the top, and then I press triangle next time.
I see.
Thing that's stopping her falling in love.
That's stopping the love thing affecting her. But now we seduced her the normal people way.
So brace yourself.
Nice.
It's the final
We
boss.
actually ruled this one. There is tech on this. She has weak points, which are her neck and her back. But you can't just spam attack her in those points. So we've got to shoot her here a bit, and then shoot her here.
Charging up the shot.
Yeah, you charge up shots on the bits where she actually takes a lot of damage. And then you shoot her here to like reset the thing.
If you try to charge up, she'll block like that if you wait too long.
Yeah, it's kind of like high risk, high reward. I don't really know. I normally use audio for this.
You turn the audio all the way up.
Now I've unlocked the neck, which is the best area. It does tons of damage.
All I can hear is the background music. Wow, okay, that was a lot of meter for one shot on the back of the neck.
Yeah, it's really powerful. So it says we can finish there, but if you want to get a true ending, you actually have to put it all the way to the top, so it's gonna go a bit more. I don't really know what this is meant to represent, I'm just zooming in on her. Maybe like, if her weak point was somewhere else, it might be a different story. But let's not worry about that. Let's have a look at this girl's neck for a bit.
Alright, is time coming up soon?
Yeah, it's when the bar fills up, and I'm gonna press triangle, and
Okay,
it's gonna
sharp
put
time
it
and then we can pause it.
But yeah, I was gonna do that. Time.
Nice! So,
Hey, world record.
that's a
MTV.
world record, congratulations!
What is the time? Because it felt really bad.
1 hour 46.
What?
So yeah, that's really cool.
Did we get the right?
Oh, we actually have to check if we got the right ending, I guess. Hope I did.
Oh, the plot is actually your true fate was to.
Yeah, so the girl you're meant to date is the other girl. So right now, you're finding out that you're meant to date the other girl, but your willpower was so strong that you overcame destiny to date the actual best girl.
Wow. Can you believe it?
There you go. Oh, I guess the main character is a dude. There you go. Rip headcanon.
Rip, wait, it's not head cannon, rip actual cannon, just destroy it. And that's lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Galgun. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know how this meme got this far, but there you go. This is the conclusion. Here's a double piece. The meme is over.
Beautiful. Thanks very much for your Uncle mission. We're now going to take a short break. Actually, maybe a slightly longer break. Probably because the next one's hard to